some fun here with 4 incredible basketball games today. The opening tip right now is set to take place here. And we're underway with the MEI Eagles and Lola Reimer, number 11. You hear her name a lot here on the broadcast. Number 22, Olivia Sidhu as well, another senior member of this Eagles squad. A jump shot there in the paint is going to roll, and a nice early sign for Schellenberg, who knocks down the short jumper.
Nice little jumper to get the nerves off the chest of the Eagles here as Vernon Panthers take over.
Vernon yesterday scrambling, doing everything they can, rallying, and head coach Dave Tatro getting really emotional, talking about how proud he is of this Vernon team to come through with their victory yesterday. He came out of 2 years of retirement to guide this team with their special group. Jump shot over the goal there by number 14, Adie Janke. They come down the floor to Reimer. A touch inside looking for a Tatlock. And they are scrambling here, getting right back up the floor. And that's right on the money. And we hope the technical difficulties are ironed out. We can hear each other now, Bree.
Yeah, no, it's great to hear your voice, Howard. We were questionable there for a minute.
Off the window, a hard take to the basket there by Maya Batar is not going to go. MEI still with that early lead. Nice tempo, nice flow here early. Wide open shot, some jitters there for number 8 under the basket, Isla Jolly.
That's what the Panthers are going to look to have to do, is speed up this game, get going on the fast break against the bigger Eagles.
And they get another great opportunity, but missing in close here. A couple of opportunities. Chloe Collins unable to finish that one off. Here's Lola Reimer, baseline, scoop off the window, and she's going to get the nice friendly roll.
Beautiful.
So MEI with a 4-0 lead. They haven't been challenged yet on the way to the Final Four. Panthers with a incredible record of getting to this tournament just so consistently out of that Thompson Okanagan this year as a number 2 seed, and a bit of a scramble for that loose ball. A couple players hitting the deck there.
Yeah, and they seem a little bit nervous here in this first minute of play. I mean, it's natural when you're in a semifinal game, but, you know, they've been active on the defensive end, which has allowed them to have some good looks on offense. And
nerves, too, getting into Arena Bowl for the winner tomorrow. 75th anniversary season, so much on the line here. Early stages, thanks for joining us on TFSETV.ca. And our live stream here from the home of BC High School basketball. Down the floor they come. Olivia Sidhu kicks it back. Maya Batar right to the rim, and she'll lay it up and in.
Strong finish by Batar there. Didn't even hesitate in attacking the rim, and this is a big Eagles team that's going to look to power it inside.
Coach Tatro calling Charlotte Routley. She'll check at the next stoppage. Obviously wanted to stop those forays to the rim. The shot is going to go, a triple, and Janke knocks down the 3 ball.
Good way to cut it in half here.
That's a confidence booster for sure for Vernon. Reimer displaced to the ball, chases it back. Lola puts her head down, a little dish. No, it's going to get taken away by Leahy. Paige Leahy quickly down the floor. Vernon losing the handle, and a jump ball called there as Batar hits the court to battle for that ball with Adie Janke, the 5'10", grade 11.
And Howard, that's what those Panthers are going to have to do. They're going to have to use their active hands down low to disturb the Eagles and get going here.
Yeah, they've got a determined look in their eyes here early. They're going to miss that nice look at 3. MEI, what a season they've had, Bree. I mean, if everybody knows, they've beaten the defending 4A champion Siakam Seahawks twice this year. So this is a juggernaut team here. Rick Thiessen, the longtime head coach, I believe is into his 4th decade as our reporter Gary Kingston reported on Varsity Leaders contemplating retirement after this year. Couple chances off the offensive glass. Look at the heart from Vernon to rip that away, and Leahy keeps possession for the Panthers.
And I gotta say, Isla Jolly is in there on every rebound on the mix, despite being probably the smallest player on the court right now. She has no fear. I love it.
She's leading their team in rebounding, I was told. And Oh my goodness.
I mean, you can see it. She's scrappy. It's fantastic.
Oh my goodness. She's listed at 5'4", and people are doubting that she is, but boy, she has a motor on the floor. Here's Collins. Vernon wants to save that. It's going to go out of bounds to MEI. Of course, Duchess Park and Sahali will follow this one in the second semifinal of the day. And from that point, we'll move on to the 4A semifinals.
And again, the Panthers doing a good job here, forcing the tempo while they're on defense and pushing on offense. As a little deflection here, it'll be Eagles ball.
Batar in the middle of the physical play there. A timeout called, I think. And it'll be Vernon calling for time. I mean, Bree, as you look at this Vernon team, scrappy, undersized, winning with their hearts. I mean, it's not like we've never seen a team like that, but when you get to this stage, the Final Four at the AAA level, and you're playing a team that many say, could have contended for the title at 4A, you've got to amp everything up even more. Do they have it in them to do?
100%. I mean, it's every game, teams are 0-0, right? They're walking into this game, it's survive and advance. And very early on, we're obviously seeing that size versus speed. But I think if the Panthers can, again, I feel like I'm repeating myself with that active hands and making it disjointed for the Eagles, they have a real shot here. So they just got to settle themselves on offense. It looks like they're not right into their game plan quite yet, but obviously very early to start this game.
Yeah, just to throw wrenches everywhere they go. And reading their story yesterday about the belief this team had to come back despite giving up some big runs in that game and having at least one really tough quarter. I think they scored 5 or 6 points in one of the quarters. Still managed to come away with a victory yesterday. Off the inbounds, right to Reimer off the window.
And again, Isla Jolie is guarding Reimer in the post. It's incredible.
Down the floor, Vernon got to the rim again. Another opportunity they couldn't convert. It stays at 6-3. Touch pass to Reimer on the break. Numbers and the basket there for MEI.
That's beautiful basketball, Howard.
Yeah. Watching them move down the floor like that. And Reimer's got it right back on a turnover. But a steal by the Panthers. Trying to outrun 3 Eagles, and laying on the lumber at the end is going to be Olivia Sidhu.
And, staying true to their lane, those Panthers are hunting in the passing lanes, and they're getting a bunch of steals and turnovers. So if they can keep that going, it looks good. And as a result, they're going to head to the free throw line here. Leahy will get a chance to knock down 2.
Just dusted herself off, gets back up. I can tell she felt that one, trying to shake it off as she gets ready to shoot free throws. Coming into the game now for MEI, it's going to be Tanaya Boss, number 10. They bring height in off the bench. Boss at 6 foot, grade 10 player.
What are they feeding these kids out in Abbotsford?
This is it's funny. We watched the BC Junior Boys Championship, and the Argyle team that lost in the final had started 5 players 6'4" or taller.
Oh my goodness.
In the game. And then you see the Argyle senior girls team, they are huge.
Wow.
And they'll be playing in one of the Final Fours. And we look at the Eastern Valley, and we see this this big MEI team.
Something in the water.
And that is Tatlock going in deep in the paint and getting fouled. I got to ask you, you were a tall player in your high school days. How rare was it? How tall are you precisely?
I'm 6'1".
You're 6'1". Like, how rare was 6'1" back then versus now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of funny because certain areas of the province you kind of find there were taller girls and whatnot, and it always seemed to be in the valley it was the taller, bigger girls. So, I had dreams of being a guard but ended up a forward, and that's okay.
You did pretty good at the University of Washington, Breanne Watson. 6-footer, 6'1", coming out of Richmond. And here is Jolly. Back out for 3, and Vernon having trouble with their marksmanship underneath, but a nice move and a second chance opportunity for Janke underneath.
And that's good. You saw more passing in the offense of that set there, getting a couple second chance points. Looking good for the Panthers on that run down.
Exactly. Underneath, Janke sliding in there, getting something off the offensive glass. Here's Batar, nice ball handling job as she bulls her way into the paint. Ella Tatlock back up top, and Boss with a miss from 3. The rebound by Collins. 5-7, down the floor quickly. Oh, inside, a nice basket by Routley. Wasn't going to get that shot blocked. She had that good release point off her hip, and she makes it a 10-8 game. Reimer. MEI squeezing the bat handle a little tight here. 2-point lead for the number 1 ranked team over these Vernon Panthers. Collins out to Janke. Shot clock under 10, but they get a nice lane there for Leahy.
Yeah, and Howard, I gotta say, when they start moving that ball around and making the Eagles move, they're getting a lot more open looks underneath.
And they're taking advantage of all of that. They have tied this game at 10. Contact underneath, and oh my goodness.
Isla Jolie takes the charge down low.
Wow, that was amazing. Isla Jolie and Gary Kingston, our writer at Varsity Letters, extolling the virtues of the smallest player, I think, in the AAA field here. But wow, she is so courageous.
Heart over height.
Heart over height. That's the best way to put it. Here's Janke across half court. Supercharged that Vernon bench.
Ooh.
A nice spin move, and the foul from behind is going to come from Juliana Reimer.
Yeah, and I gotta say, you know, it's really great seeing the smaller Panthers attacking the hoop without fear. We keep talking about height, but you know, it doesn't matter. You gotta go attack the basket, draw the fouls, open things up for you on the outside. So really like this game plan I'm seeing early from the team from Vernon.
What a job they're doing here as we are winding our way through this opening quarter on Final Four Friday, the first game of the day. Of course, the live stream can take you as well to center court right now, where the 1A and 2A semifinals are being played simultaneously. So much great basketball here at the home of high school basketball. Here come the Eagles. They want to get some rhythm back here. Boss battling underneath. That was Boss, with that three-point shot. So Vernon back down the floor with Collins. Tanea Boss out there as well. Sidhu, such a leader for this team. Olivia comes away with the ball. Quickly she gets it to teammate Schellenberg. Down in the corner for 3, and they'll rattle home one from the baseline corner. Tanaya Boss.
You love to see a player come into the game and have no hesitation letting it fly. Good shot by Boss there from three-point land.
You're right, though. Coming in cold, and they ran that well, and she was stationed and ready. Great form on the shot. Schellenberg inside, she goes to Boss, back up to the top, and wanted to lay it in, but blocked underneath by Charlotte Routley. So Vernon getting things going here as they get up and down the floor. That was Sidhu trying to get the block.
Yeah, and you're seeing a bit of a change of defensive scheme here by the Eagles. It looks like they've amped up the pressure a little bit, picking up full court, getting closer in the passing lanes. They said enough is enough with that offense, so.
Eagles with the 13-11 lead, the home team leading here, but Vernon with the basketball. Go inside to Janke. Nice step around move, and Janke underneath.
Yeah, super nice move by the senior there.
It's what you're saying, no intimidation against this MEI team. So Lockett at 13. They get that inside. Tough to stop that, but they got to score it to finish it. MEI couldn't get the finish from Juliana Reimer inside.
Yeah, and it's important, Howard. You can't walk in with fear, right? You got to go and attack and just be. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We're playing to get a final berth in the Arena Bowl. So the past is the past.
Yeah, that's right. There is one thing we can guarantee: if MEI's in the final, they're bringing a massive caravan of buses of fans to the game. But they got to get there first in this scrappy team, and that's what this tournament's all about. It's It's a great performance here early from Vernon, showing their mettle.
For sure.
And as you said, the unis are pretty spiffy.
Best unis in the game. I mean, I love Vernon Panthers colors. They got the old Washington Bullets style jersey.
That looks really sharp. Drive and dish. Now the trailer with the basketball, Collins. Working off the janky screen as she gets into the paint, kicks on the baseline. Is that Jolly, I believe that was, with that little arcer didn't fall. Sadu to Batar. Feeding Reimer at the high post. Disruptive hands everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's the key to the game. You know, Coach Tatro probably told these girls just to be everywhere and anywhere whenever they can. And you got to take the advantages where they are, right? So you got to use your speed. You got to use your defensive scheme here. And it's rattling the Eagles a little bit.
Yesterday, the Eagles opened against McMath. And McMath threw a zone at them that they weren't ready for, and Coach Thiessen admitted it afterwards. They weren't, but then they went on a massive roll. So we'll see what happens here. So much to be played as Juliana Reimer rips it away. Janky, she's picked up a couple of quick ones here. She is a pretty valuable piece of the puzzle here. Maya Batar bringing the ball up the floor.
Carolyn Fitzpatrick just everywhere on defense right there.
Right in her grill as she comes down the floor now to Reimer. Lola with the turnaround.
My mistake, that was Kaylin Fitzpatrick. Can't read my own writing.
Oh, number 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Kaylin Fitzpatrick. Yeah, guarding Batar. Batar, a nice handle of the ball. She brings it up the floor on occasion and can get to the rim in the half court. Here comes Vernon down the floor in a tie game with 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Paige Leahy down in the baseline there. Back up top, there's an open three just off the mark by Chloe Bicknell making her first appearance of the game. Bicknell gets a steal. Gets it back underneath the basket. Can't find that opportunity to work in proper fashion. Going to go out of bounds and stay with Vernon. So much to celebrate if you're Vernon right now in terms of proving something to yourself about whether you belong or not. I don't think they've ever doubted it, but many might.
They definitely belong.
Deep, deep three here, well beyond the FIBA line. And that one is going to go out of bounds. So 9/10 of a second will be taking a break at the end of the quarter. But Vernon certainly answering the bell here. MEI, though, has shown a penchant for getting into a groove and changing games in a hurry all season. Here's a quick hitter that's not going to fall. So we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. The home of BC High School basketball from the Langley Event Center in just a moment. Howard Samir, Brianne Watson, more to follow. Howard Smur, Brianne Watson back with you here from the Langley Event Center. MEI looking to start off on a new foot. We're all even here at 13. That's Ella Tatlock with the inbound. Lola Reimer to the baseline corner. And the three ball up and just off the back iron there. As MEI trying to get a quick hit three there from Boss. They do score it anyway underneath.
And a good set play out of the quarter there by Coach. You know he had exactly what he wanted drawn up for the girls.
Vernon not afraid here. Oh, and almost a rebound. No, they did get the rebound again from the 5'4" Isla Jolly. Here she is again, drives and dishes. Oh, and she's going to pick up the dime on a beautiful triple there from Paige Leahy.
And they said, anything you can do, I can do better.
Don't you love the confidence of Isla Jolly probing the defense and kicking out for that beautiful three. 16-5, Vernon with the lead. Sidhu falls, and she has to try and steady herself. It's going to be a turnover here. So Vernon with a chance to get on a bit of a run here.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Two very distinct styles of play, and they're colliding, and they're almost creating chaos for each other. I don't feel like either team feels comfortable right now. It's really interesting to watch.
Isn't it? And Coach Tétrault from Vernon certainly understanding the MEI personnel. Inside they go, and an opportunity there. Leahy looked like she was fouled inside. Is that a late whistle? Indeed it is. And Juliana Reimer, number 8, I think, being called for the foul. Was that 8?
I think it was.
Or is 8 on the floor right now?
Isla Jolie got the foul there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong team.
And again, Vernon in the passing lanes with Chloe Collins with the snag and score. I mean, this Panthers defense is impressive.
Yeah, that one picked off in close. They had one like a free safety in football right in the middle of the floor. Down the floor they go. Can't find a finish there. And
yeah.
Wow, nothing is going MEI's way. Vernon's opportunity right here.
Yeah, and you see, the smaller Vernon squads taking the licks, but as a result, they're getting the ball back. They're getting second chances on offense here. So, Chloe Collins taking a hit to the nose, but she said, I don't care. We got the ball now.
And here they come. They are dialed in for the full 40 with everything they got, everything their hearts and soul can give the Vernon Panthers. That one deflected, but into the hands of the Vernon player. Blowing a tire in the paint and crashing is Janky. Right down the floor comes Lola Reimer. She'll lay it up and in.
And you can't give Reimer easy looks like that because she'll get going quick.
Vernon having trouble keeping up right here the last couple times down the floor with Janky. She gets right back up, though. Ooh, and inside, a rejection of Collins as she tries to take it inside against Tanea Boss.
You know what, Howard? That's okay. I like seeing that. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you get blocked like that. Go back again. You might be able to draw a foul or finish the bucket.
Vernon 16 on the shot clock here. 7:48 to the half. The offense is slowed, but Vernon has the lead. They get right inside the paint. Just can't find a finish there. But a loose ball scooped up. And again, Juliana Reimer is going to get called for a second foul, Bree. And I see Coach Teethan with his hands on his head there.
And again, I mean, it's so impressive that these girls are willing to attack the hoop and take the hits, especially early in the game.
Yeah.
Draw up the foul count. You can get yourself to the free throw line.
A miss there, but the Panthers still leading this 18-17. And there we go, 19-17, 1 of 2. So the Panthers building on their lead. And they just get another turnover. Batar on the baseline turns it over. From Vernon's perspective, they got to take advantage of this lull by the Eagles. And underneath they go, the defense collapsed, and is that going to be Reimer picking up Breed, her third foul, I believe.
And I got to say, Coach Tatlow, right here, he's drawn up some great baseline out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's real good quick hitters that move right into really great looks for the Panthers. And they're being able, again, we're talking about drawing that foul count already at 3 early in the second corner. I mean, you're going to put yourself in a really good place before halftime if you get to the bonus. So a little bit of chess going on.
Aaliyah Boss had to come in for Juliana Reimer after she picked up 3 fouls in rapid-fire succession. And the Panthers getting a ton of trips to the stripe here. Janke good on 1 of 2. They're dominating, but the lead's only 3 here right now. Beating the high post, kicking it out, and Olivia Sidhu for 3 off the mark. Batted away. But some nice hustle there from Sidhu to get back and get that loose ball. Routley was guarding there, but on the baseline, Aaliyah Boss able to cut the deficit to just 1 for the Eagles. Panthers have been a confident group in the half court as MEI looked like they had switched up their defense, kind of a zone look there, but Sidhu gets a steal out of it and takes it right down the court for the lay-in. Jolly kicks it to the corner. The 3-ball does not fall for Collins. But Vernon with yet another steal. Janke made a move, and the defender, Lola Reimer, crashed to the pine. She was wide open. Lola wants to make up for that. She comes down the floor, and she'll lay it up and in there.
And that's a tough one. Those long 3-point rebounds sometimes leads to easy buckets.
Well, Vernon's got to still be careful here. MEI is now got the 1-possession lead. The 3-ball, nice look. But MEI is getting out, and they are running the floor. Sidhu is going to draw the contact. What are you seeing now in terms of MEI? Is that a change in their defense? I didn't quite notice, but
yeah, I didn't really notice, but I think what's happening is fatigue starting to set in a little bit with these first 5, first 6 on Vernon. Just kind of sloppy passes, like, you know, turnovers that weren't happening in the first little bit. So I think Vernon's going to take a bit of a breather here in the timeout, regroup. Take a breath. I mean, that was about a 6-point swing there, Howard.
Yeah, and you don't get to build the reputation and the portfolio MEI built this season for no reason. I mean, their adaptability is going to be huge, right? I mean, it's great to come out with that initial surge of optimism, but in your opinion, the great teams have to be able to do more than one thing.
Absolutely. I mean, you weather the storm, you have your confidence and your resume behind you, so coach is probably telling them, hey, we're okay. Let's gather. We haven't been great on offense. We're sloppy in passing the ball. And so you've seen them regroup here, retake the lead. But alternatively, Vernon just got to take a breath. This game is still anyone's game. It isn't burst wide open quite yet. So, yeah.
MEI, we talked about head coach Rick Thiessen. What a great coach he's been in MEI for, 30-plus years, coaching junior and senior. As Gary Kingston pointed out in the article correctly, he has not won a provincial I think he's won 1 at junior.
Wow.
And he's been in a number of championships, but he has not won a senior varsity title.
Talk about dedication to the game. You got to love people like that, you know, doing it out of pure joy and love for hoops. It's really fantastic, and I'm sure the girls feel that love as well.
And the last time, of course, he was in the senior final was just a couple of years ago, but they lost to McMath in a really close game for the 3A title. So he's had his teams contending.
Sorry, Rick, but that's my alma mater. Holla.
I was kind of hoping the sly smile would translate over the airways, but thank you for helping that along.
There's where my bias lies, right?
And you're allowed to have that. The alma mater rule always in effect. Double team trapped there at half court. Boy, well planned there by MEI. It results in a turnover.
Yeah, and I think this is where they're looking to capitalize. You got that swing, double team immediately on the inbounds, and it results in a turnover.
So the Eagles to inbound in the front court, 5:33, and then near the midway mark of this second quarter here. And disrupting again, is that Jolly with a hand in the
probably
passing lanes? Number 8. I should just look for the smallest player, and there she is. Inside they go to Schellenberg. Vernon brings a double team, but they're making it tough. They're going to call a jump ball here, and it'll be Vernon basketball.
So So now he's seen a bit of a full court press here. More pressure from the MEI team.
Using some of that size and athleticism, and Vernon now in the half court. Ooh. Boy, they are slipping a lot in the paint. It's seems chronic. Here's Schellenberg. She's gonna tumble.
Great hustle by the Panthers there to recover the turnover.
Jolly with the basketball up to number 10, Routley. Charlotte with the handoff to Paige Leahy, and Routley gets it right back. Collins, a deep three, is not going to reach the irons as it goes out of bounds. As Bree mentioned, maybe some fatigue with his Vernon team, but they brought some subs in and seem to be showing that the rotation is as deep as you need to win a big game like this. Here's Sidhu. Oh, my goodness. And Olivia right to the rack, can't finish it. Some heavy contact out there on the screen as Vernon now in possession. A spin move in the paint with a left hand. Doesn't go, but Batar rips it away from Leahy. Sidhu splits the defense, leans into it. Can't get the shooter's roll underneath, but there's Batar working hard. MEI Batar.
Yeah, she draws the foul there, but, you know, I got to say, I really like how this game's being officiated right now. The refs are letting the girls play. It's a physical game. Girls can play physical basketball, and so it's really nice to see that tone set early so that the girls can battle it out themselves.
Now, I love the surprise. I never even thought of the officials, and of course, and you're right, for the physicality in the game to have not noticed them.
And that's the biggest compliment an official can get is you didn't even think of them.
That's right. Oh.
Love you guys.
And here come the Panthers. Ooh, falling away from the basket. Won't fall there for Caitlin Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, and just a frustration foul there by Leahy. Had a good look at the hoop, went unable to finish, and then just a frustration fall on the fallout.
25-20 is our score here, and the Eagles, for all their struggles, are leading this game right now. Boss to boss now to Batar. Schellenberg at the high post, kicks it out. Sidhu with a little bit of a hesitation, takes it to the rack. Oh, and plays through the contact. The end one opportunity for Olivia Sidhu.
Hoop and harm for the future Ottawa GG.
Yeah, some nice prospects moving on, as you mentioned. Ottawa for Olivia Sidhu. That's going to be a great adventure for number 22.
Yeah, and she's got a smooth game. I like the way she moves. She kind of floats towards the hoop when she attacks.
And makes that one fall. So good on the three-point play. Largest lead of the game for MEI, now 8 points at 28-20. Slowly gaining some separation here in a low-scoring first half of play. Chloe Collins signaling Jolie to dive down deep there, and now trying to enter, and Sidhu with a nice defensive play. Oh, and she's going to get called for the travel.
Yeah, and this is a good time out here. I think it's just more of a breath catcher. These girls are working hard on both sides of the ball, and coach just wants a little breather to make a reset.
Yeah, they do, and I think in anticipation of tomorrow, I mean, I want to get your feelings on heading into Arena Bowl. It's a very, very large area. I think everything's come together here very nicely to start, you know, what is the right thing to do. Allison McNeil told me in a story I wrote on this, you know what, she said, the biggest question or the biggest thing to say about the whole thing is, so what if it doesn't sell the first year? It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And we'll just take it from there, right?
100%. I mean, what an incredible opportunity for all the girls that will get the chance to play in the Arena Bowl for the first time. And, you know, who cares if it doesn't sell out? It doesn't matter. It's the experience, and you build from it. I think the biggest thing will be getting used to sort of the sight lines of a space like that. When you're sitting in a gym in the South Court or the Center Court, it feels like a high school gym. But when you're in that Arena Bowl, it just has that different feel. The
depth perception certainly is going to be a challenge, for both teams. And that's the good thing. It's the same for both teams for the first time.
100%.
So we'll see how the teams deal with it. But the the excitement of getting there, talking to coaches like Yale's Bobby Braich, who's a guy who got the thing really going. The kids are so excited about the opportunity to go in there and be able to play for a provincial title tomorrow. So Bree and I will be on the call of the 2, 3, and 4A championship games tomorrow.
How thrilling for us.
Oh, it's going to be an incredible moment. A historic day on the 75th anniversary. There's a jump shot. It's not going to beat the shot clock buzzer. Oh, in fact, it did. The rebound there, and Collins back with the ball. Great hustle here by Vernon. That one off the front iron, ripped away by Sidhu. Olivia quickly down the floor. She goes to Aaliyah Boss. And there is the 10-point lead by MEI.
And you're talking about that free safety in football. It's almost as though Vernon needs to kind of implant that and send someone back on the rebounds, just given their size and the fact that MEI has been able to capitalize on the fast break.
Vernon, for their part, would they love a basket here? They just can't get it going. They're starting to stall on offense. What hustle. This time it'll be MEI ball on the alternating possession.
I'll tell you what, if I'm building a dream team, there's certain folks that you want on your team. You want those glue people, and I got to say, Isla Jolly, this is my first time seeing her play.
I absolutely love that.
You know, like just someone who's willing to dive on the floor at like a moment's notice, guard one of the best players on MEI, lead the team in rebounds. Like those are sort of the intangibles that don't show up on a stat sheet. And as much as people can talk about her size, I don't care. She's got the heart that's out there, right? So just big kudos to her for putting everything out there on this floor.
Yeah, it is so interesting for us to see in high school teams especially where the kids aren't there on scholarships. It's you take who you got to a large extent. Even these days still, you're going to get that huge cross-section.
Yes.
Of size, of talent, of will. And that's when the will in players really stands out the most, doesn't it?
Yeah, who's got the character, right? You know, I had, back in college, when I was playing at UW, my point guard was 5'3", playing at the Pac-10 level. And I'll tell you what, she was the toughest player on the court. So I think sometimes those are, again, like it's such an intangible because I wanted her on my team. Because if I was in a scrap, I hope she was behind me.
Well, that's a great story and a great comparison, Bree, to Isla Jolly, right back to your college days in the great Pac-10, Pac-12.
Now Big Ten.
Oh. Ripped away there. Vernon quickly, they come down the floor. Bicknell gives it up underneath the basket. Vernon is going to cash in. And they hope that's the start of better things for Paige Leahy and company.
Yeah, real strong finger. She got caught up there, but just muscled it through and got the bucket.
So now down to an 8-point deficit. Here's Batar. Maya will kick it back. Free ball doesn't go. No second chance opportunities. Vernon right on that one. Routley down the floor quickly to Bicknell. Ooh, take a hard fall there with Leahy right down the floor, racing down the floor and getting that one a fall. Great job there for Tanaya Boss as she scores in transition.
And those are the mistakes you've got to avoid when the game's starting to move away from you.
Right back to a 10-point game. Here's Collins. Now to Jolly. Isla pivoting. Looking for an outlet here. She'll go back up top. Oh, that one ripped away from Bicknell and outletted. A little too much on that one, though, as it gets out of the hands of the Eagles number 10, Tanaya Boss.
Yeah, Vernon's still in a good spot here. You know, just under a minute before halftime. If they can capitalize on offense here, this game is still very much anyone's game.
Making her first appearance of the game, Pearl Fogel, the 5'6", grade 11 forward, wearing number 4. For Vernon now on the floor. I think coach has played his entire team now in the first half. Three ball up and it's gonna fall. A beautiful shot there as Collins measures up the triple, much needed at this stage. Cutting it to a 7-point deficit. Eagles have been finding ways to score on the break. See what they do in the half court here. Schellenberg kicks it outside. Driving on the baseline, high arcer is going to fall. Beautiful bucket there for Sadu.
Nice finish by Sadu.
That's a hard on my sleeve kind of bucket there on the baseline by the Eagles. Down to the corner. Jolie is going to get blocked by Batar underneath. And is that clean? Is that the end of the half?
Looks like it.
34-25. So the lead at 9 points for MEI, Bree. And before we take a break here for the half, I mean, Vernon came out. You loved their start. We knew MEI would have some answers. And now, how do you look at Vernon's response to start that third quarter? That's going to be all important.
Yeah, I think that's big just coming out of the timeout. I think the girls are a little bit fatigued on the Panthers side of the ball. They just got to keep their breath and limit the mistakes. Really, where they're getting hurt is on those kind of soft passes, silly turnovers that are leaning to transition. I mean, MEI, when they're in their sets, they're really having to work on their offense. So Panthers are right there. They've just got to regroup. When I look at the MEI team, they're starting to show their experience. They're calming down a little bit. You know, they're running the lanes, and easy buckets come from that.
Number one with a 9-point lead. We'll see if they can carry that on or if Vernon is going to have the answer for a big upset here. We'll take a break and be back with the second half in a moment. Brianne Watson, Howard Samura, TFSC TV.ca. Back with more in a moment. And we're back with you here as the second half just underway. See how much spark Vernon got out of the break. And I'll tell you, great to have full box scores. The statisticians amping up for Saturday's championship final, and Brianne Watson, our analyst, has taken a quick look at some of the numbers here as the Eagles on offense. Reimer kicking it back up. Batar wants a 3-ball. Batted by Reimer, but it's going to go to the Vernon Panthers as, boy, Reimer got called for a foul there. That's not the kind of foul Lola Reimer wants to commit. Just over the back there trying to bat that ball. As we mentioned, 34-25. MEI in their home whites with blue and yellow trim, leading 34-25 over Vernon in their road blue with red and white. Stolen away by Reimer. Lola quickly down the floor to Sidhu. Some real connection between those two.
She is smooth.
Very, very smooth down the floor for sure. No doubt about that as they headed down the floor. Vernon now trailing by 11. That's their largest deficit of the game.
Yeah, again, and right back at it. You know, Chloe Collins attacking the hoop there. Seems to be a really good game plan, getting themselves to the free throw line here. You know, really interesting stat from Halftime Howard is when you look at total rebounds, you've got the Panthers with 22 and the Eagles with 21. Now, who would have thought that when you think about the height differential, right? So it's not necessarily always about size. It's about heart there. And so owning them on the boards is a big play for Vernon as Collins knocks down 2 free throws here.
Isn't that interesting to see the way that heart over height mantra that you mentioned is working here for Vernon? But they got to get something going offensively as well. Trying to get the steal there. Schellenberg extended to half court. Here's Reimer again. Quick move to the basket. Look at Reimer's long strides on the baseline. And Sidhu had everything under her, just couldn't get that one to fall. Ooh, and a collision there. And the blocking foul is going to be called on Olivia Sidhu, I believe.
Yeah, Sidhu just unable to get her feet set to draw that charge, and we'll see Leahy go to the line. Again, the Panthers attacking the hoop and getting themselves to the charity stripe.
Yeah, I think it's a great point you make, Bria. That's the one thing that really stands out is despite their so-called shortcomings, as you watch them play, they just have complete total belief in what they're about as a team.
100%.
And, of course, at this stage, the Final Four, if you don't have that, you're not going to be here. They had to battle yesterday just to get here, rally big, and here they are. Schellenberg battling across half court, looking for Sidhu. Olivia, the short pass to Reimer for the 3. Lola just off the mark. There's Collins, leaves it. The 3 is off the mark, and they are having trouble connecting with their 3s here in this game. Jolly, though, scoops up another loose ball, her forte. That one out to Janke for 3.
Wow.
Oh, Janke underneath.
And I mean, they just don't give up. Let's three offensive rebounds for the Panthers there. And, you know, I got a question for you. Howard, what do you call a group of Panthers?
It's not a pride.
A claw.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
A claw of
Yeah,
Panthers.
I just Googled it because, you know, it's funny on those offensive rebounds, you always see a group of Panthers come in for those boards, and, you know, it hurts them when they don't have that short safety back. But more often than not, they've been able to gather 1, 2, 3 offensive rebounds and giving themselves those second chances. So it's kind of high risk, high reward, but right now, first couple minutes into this second half, it's working out for them.
Wow, so that's an interesting way to describe a group of Panthers, but in this case, absolutely fitting. Coach Tatro scribbling out the play here on the board as Coach Tatro took your seat at halftime, and he's working the controls and he's finding the box score. I didn't even know there was a box score, and he's looking at all the numbers. So
again, playing a little bit of chess,
yes,
right? You know? Devil's in the details.
Oh, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah, turnover margin was matched too at about 17 and 16. So like these teams are very evenly matched.
From the free throw line, Vernon able to connect with Janke, makes the first. And can't get the roll on the second, but now down to 7 points at deficit. So Vernon's helping their cause here in the early stages of this third quarter. Maya Batar pivoting, goes inside, and great touch underneath there for Tatlock, who didn't play a lot in the latter stages of that first half. A great height. Kind of an awkward move underneath the basket there by the Panthers. Janke trying to score it, couldn't do it. MEI with numbers down the floor, here they come. Tatlock, Batar with a second chance. Another opportunity. And another one. That is, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, if Tatlock is looking really good under the hoop now, so I could see MEI going to her and feeding her just because of her height.
Well, she had her way there. And now she's got the ball. Batar can really advance it. Ooh. Great move down the floor, and Sadu missed the layup. Oh, disruptive Schellenberg with a nice job there without fouling Collins. A bucket would give MEI their biggest lead of the game. Maya Batar just off the mark.
Yeah, and Vernon's saying slow it down. They're looking a little bit fatigued here after those last 2-3 runs down the court.
They've got a 9-person team. And as we said, everybody's played already, I believe. Playing through the contact.
Woo! Collins just flexing her muscles there. Tough pull-up.
Wow, that was impressive to see. Sadu driving and kicking to the corner for 3.
Yeah, great box out by Collins. You know, she gives up about 3 to 4 inches on Tatlock there, but did just such a good job of boxing her out, pushing her away, and you know, as a result, it'll be Vernon ball. You know, sometimes it comes down to fundamentals. Again, I hate that we're preaching on size, but the difference is so stark here. But yet, Vernon's got all the tactics to stay into this game.
Isn't that interesting how they can take this small group, lacking numbers as well, and just exploit what they need to do here. That's Leahy. Back up top to Jolly, or rather Fitzpatrick.
6 seconds.
5 on the shot clock now as they go inside, and some nice D there from Sadu. She's going to get it back here. Ooh. And an easy bucket down the floor for Lola Reimer. Back to an 11-point lead. Just past the midway mark of the third quarter. Winner to the championship game tomorrow in Arena Bowl. Put up the 3, and that's not going to fall for Leahy. Sadu couldn't corral it, but MEI still maintaining possession here. Schellenberg in the paint. Nice little pass to Ella.
Beautiful pass. Beautiful.
Yeah, found Ella in the sweet spot there for the lay-in to make it a 13-point lead. That's the largest lead of the game now for MEI. Collins, nice step into the paint.
Gee, she has no fear.
Tatlock there to guard her, you're right. A huge size advantage, and I think Ella got a piece of that one.
Yeah, she just keeps fighting, and often you're rewarded with that. You know, they be physical with you, you be physical with them back, and as a result, she gets a call from the official, and looks like was that a shooting foul? Oh, looks like she's going to the line for 2 here.
So Vernon with a chance to continually try to keep within arm's length here, or break through that. So Holly and Duchess Park will follow Underneath they go, and Tatlock's getting some nice looks underneath the basket.
Yeah, definitely looking to go to her, and she's finishing nicely under the hoop.
15 points, continuing to build on their largest lead of the game here. Into the lane, they kick it back out for the three, and boy, they have struggled from three.
Yeah, the Panthers just looking a little bit out of sorts here in this last 3 minutes of the third quarter. Got to regroup.
3 of 13 in the first half for Vernon. And that's an eternal question to ask you, should they be shooting these threes? Because, you know, I think you have to do something to loosen it up. They don't have the size to go inside. That's what they need, is something off the inbounds. They get that, and they get the quick deuce underneath from Pearl Fogel.
Jolie still guarding Reimer. I love it. I love that matchup. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a philosophical question, but I think in my mind, if you have the open three, you got to take it. But the way Vernon's had success is, you know, attacking the hoop, drawing the fouls, making some tough layups down low. And I think you still got to stick to that philosophy. But if that three's there, you definitely want to take it. 3 for 13, I don't think you want to force it at this point. I mean, it's still only the third quarter, a lot of game to play.
Vernon, though, got to start to show some traction here offensively. There's a take inside, and you use the word fearless. We see it again from Janke. 13 points, or rather 11 points now the deficit. Reimer, quick release on the three.
Wow. Look at this box out by the Vernon team. Fantastic. That ball dropped on the ground. That's like fundamental box out basketball.
Oh my God, I love it. Janke inside.
Oof.
Ooh, that was a physical amount of play there from Juliana Reimer, who's already got the 3 fouls. Outside they go. Fogel. Routley. And Janke for 3 off the window.
Bank is open on a Friday. Let's go.
Oh.
But that's kind of one of those shots, Howard, you know, if it's there, take it. Why not?
So now under double digits. The place Vernon has to get to try and make an uprising here as Sidhu rises. Can't get that to go. Olivia is able to chase down that loose ball. Cross court they go. Tanea Boss. Juliana Reimer now. Batar for 3, and it's not going to fall.
Yeah. I was just going to say, if I am MEI, I want to keep pounding it inside, looking to Tatlock or Reimer. Settling for the 3 doesn't seem like the right decision right now as Vernon doesn't capitalize on offense.
Look at Jolie taking it away from Juliana Reimer after she got the block inside.
Oh!
A little give to Janke, and the foul is called.
Beautiful basketball. You know, she's almost a little bit like a Chris Paul out there, right? She's seeing the game a little bit differently. Smaller player on the court. She sees her forward cutting to the hoop, and just a nice little underhand gift to her that sends Janke to the foul line.
That's a great comparison. I love that.
You know, it's only 7 points here, Howard. It is very, very easily this could be a 2-possession game if Janke puts this one down. So Vernon done a good job of regrouping and capitalizing on MEI mistakes.
Coach Tetreault doing a great job with his group.
.46 seconds here.
In a 6-point game, all of a sudden a 2-possession game here. Ooh. Is that Jolie going to get called for the foul there?
That's going to be 4. Looks like it might be 4 fouls.
They say Jolie with 3 fouls.
3 fouls.
Here's Schellenberg. Sidhu feeding the post, the kick out. The 3 was open there, but here's Sidhu. Shot clock approaching 10 here. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Lola from about 12 feet with that little runner. Here's Collins. Seven seconds left in the quarter, down to 6.
Ooh.
Janke down to 1 second. Are they going to call a travel with 0.3 of a second left in the quarter?
Again, the refs letting them play. Really appreciate and let the girls battle it out there on the court as we land. Moving into the fourth quarter here.
So a 9-point halftime lead for MEI is now a 6-point lead for MEI. And that's a huge victory for Vernon to actually win the quarter.
100%. And I mean, I think if the Panthers can keep this in a 2-possession game, like it's anybody's game. It's anybody's game.
And I know that the team they beat might not be as highly ranked as MEI, but yesterday, Vernon, in their 51-48 win over College Heights, trailed 45-43 with 2 minutes left and then scored the last 8 points of the game to win. So you know that finishing kick was there yesterday. If it's there today, it could really come in handy for them.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, this has been a great battle to watch, right? And I just love the scrappiness of this Vernon team. And, you know, what I'd be looking for MEI in this fourth quarter, get Tatlock involved, get Lola Reimer the ball down low. It seems anytime they're able to feed them inside, it leads to easy buckets. So that would sort of be my strategy and focusing on that. Forget the three-pointers. You don't need those right now. So kind of a tale of two halves here, and we'll see what shakes out in these last 10 minutes. Exciting.
The Vernon Panthers. Smiles on the faces of the Panthers as they come off the bench set to start the fourth quarter here. MEI, the heavily favored Eagles under Rick Thiessen, will start with the basketball. Ella Tatlock will inbound the basketball. Of course, the MEI Eagles boys will be here in the 3A tier next week as well when the boys tournament starts. Here's Sidhu. It's Aaliyah Boss. Oh, almost stolen. Look at that.
Ooh.
Hard drive there by Sidhu. That was Jolie who was stood in.
Ooh.
Botch 2-on-1 is not going to help the cause of the Panthers here as Sidhu finds Reimer. Oh my God, Lola trying to score with a left-hand spin. Backspin move, couldn't get it to go. Jolie slows it up. Finds Janke, gets it right back, finds a lane, and drives into Schellenberg and draws the foul. Just a great sense of where she's at and what she can affect on the floor. Isla Jolie with a nice play there for the Panthers.
Big possession here for Vernon. I think you need to keep going at them and attack that basket, maybe draw a foul again.
Janke, Sidhu batted it away into the hands of Lola. And Reimer right down the floor off the window. Sidhu wants to finish, and she'll do just that. So the lead now back up to 8 points, 48-40. Another challenge inside, and Sidhu's had a heck of a game. She's played well at both ends of the floor.
Smooth player.
The GGs will enjoy Olivia Sidhu and what she brings to that OUA team next season. Of course, Lola Reimer headed to Trinity Western to play for Cheryl Jean-Paul right on this court here. Well, she'll be in center court, but at this facility next season. Sidhu down the floor. Tatlock, one extra pass. And Vernon jumps in the way. Routley to Janke. Back up top. Collins for three. And Jolie gets the loose ball off the tip. Front iron shy. Sidhu 2-on-1.
And Howard, those are two good three-point attempts by the Vernon Panthers. We were talking about that earlier.
Yep.
They're wide open. Those are the shots you got to take.
No, I agree with you. They were open shots, unable to hit them. 48-40 though.
Nice screen.
Here's Collins. Vernon doing a lot of good things. They could sure help their chances by getting into a groove. Jump shooting here. Tatlock able to control that, but
My goodness.
Sidhu, though, she'll tee it up, and that one is not going to cooperate. A rebound underneath.
Oof.
How many chances do the MEI Eagles need? Ella Tatlock says, that's it, I'm scoring here.
Yeah, might be time for a timeout here. Just for the Panthers again.
We're looking a little rough and ragged in parts here as MEI now at the free throw line.
Yeah, and you know, it's tough. We talk about 9-player team. When you have a short bench, like the fatigue starts to kick in those last 10 minutes, and it's who can grind it out. And, you know, it's those passes just get a little bit softer. The mental mistakes start to, you know, falter in. But that really, it's how you get to that next step. You got to battle through that and take care of that basketball. As a result, you know, the Eagles here were able to get 2 quick looks on offense, and all of a sudden it's back up to 10. So
just like that, the MEI Eagles, and we mentioned all of their great victories. I think they beat Argyle this year too, if I'm not mistaken, but they've had some real quality wins. Beat Yale this year. Just a real terrific out-of-league schedule, out of tier schedule for Rick Thiessen to test his Eagles.
And that's a sign of a good coach, you know. You're challenging yourself even that much more. Okay, we're in the 3A division. We're feeling pretty good. Well, let's try the 4As out. And those are just confidence builders, right? Showing your team you deserve to be here on these provincial courts.
Did you like that part in the Gary Kingston story on MEI where Rick Thiessen said he's contemplating retirement, but he's got a granddaughter who's going to be in grade 8 next year?
Yeah, I read that. There's always something that draws you back, right? Just when you're about to hang them up.
You're like, oh, wait a minute, I love this group.
Yeah.
I'm going to see them right through to senior.
It's just like you and me, right? Every time you give me that call, I'm like, yeah, Howie, I'm in.
I'm clapping, Bree. It's been fun already. It's just starting. At 10 points here for the Eagles. Lola Reimer to inbounds quickly, looking for Tatlock, and that was like a hand grenade there thrown into the hoops. Nobody could hang on to it, but it's going to change possession here. So
Yeah.
Vernon.
Yeah. It was funny. I almost want to go up to the officials after the big game and tell them what a good game they called, because it's just so fantastic to be able to see the physicality of both these teams on the floor, and girls attacking the hoop as Lee Hay misses the layup there.
I think it's great that you can say that. Yeah, I mean, I have not thought about the officials since the last time you said the officials are doing a great job. Right down the floor, MEI is going to come, and Aaliyah Boss will lay it up and in. So back to 12 points. Here's Chloe Collins. Played a solid game at the point.
Oof. Looks like MEI's in a bit of a almost zone. Oh, no, they're still man-to-man.
Yeah, I've seen it looking like that 2-3 all the time, and it just morphs into something else. Inside feed to Tatlock, disrupted by Collins, and here comes Routley. Still has the basketball. Jump stop, kick back for 3.
Woo!
Great job by Janke.
9 points. I mean, 3 possession. Got to get some stops now here as the clock starts to hit 6 minutes.
Tatlock and Reimer, along with Sidhu, who's not on the floor right now, have been so good. Here's Tatlock, the kick back out. 4-3. And a weak side rebound. Oh, MEI had one right there. That was a gimme underneath, and big break for Vernon.
Right decision by Janke there, getting her team set up as they tee up for 3.
Too strong there by Routley. They get the ball back. Oh, a second triple in a row for Adie Janke on the other side of the floor. So back-to-back triples.
I love that. No hesitation. Miss the first, take the second. Boom.
Janke doing a great job in her last 2 possessions. Cuts it to a 6-point game. Inside they go. Left-hand turnaround. It's not going to go there for number 11, Reimer. Vernon doing everything they have to do to stay in this basketball game.
You kind of see the Eagles looking toward the bench saying, Coach, what do we do here? As Vernon's starting to try and make their big comeback left with about 5 minutes left in this game.
Janke this time leans a shoulder, goes inside, can't get it to go. Battle for that loose ball. Oh my goodness. Diving in hard there, Jolie.
That'll be 4 on Jolly. She's got to be careful here.
Still got half of the fourth quarter to play here. And Isla Jolly's still such a valuable part of this team, but with her fourth foul, she's just got a thumbs up from Coach Tétrault.
I love that.
Yeah.
As a player, I mean, that's the best compliment you can get from your coach that says, hey, you're good.
Yeah.
Just be smart.
So steely determination from this Vernon team. You see as Collins clapping her hands hard to exalt her teammates as they hit a timeout here, trailing 52-46. There was talk, and I know it's not fair to any team because you got to go there and just play. You're just in your tier, whatever it is. But there was a thought that MEI would just absolutely roll through this. But you know, you could ask Coach Thiessen. I know you expect him. He's got to say that. No, I think he would actually mean, you know what? Everybody amps up their play when you get to this stage of the season.
Absolutely.
And you can't be surprised by what happens.
No, I think there's always a certain perception out there, and right, and you have your resume that backs you up. But I think anytime you walk into provincials, that's why they call it March Madness, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, February 28th, but we're rolling into March. But they call it that for a reason because it can be anyone's day. And, you know, the stark difference of the benches on that timeout was very interesting. Vernon came in and being like, let's go, let's go. Whereas MEI is looking a little bit unsteady here, probably because they expected to probably have a larger lead at this point in the game. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out of this timeout with Vernon looking like they're going to press them full court and give them these last 5 minutes.
Both bosses on the floor right now for MEI. Quickly they go to Sidhu right down the floor. Olivia leaves it on the irons. Boy, how many shots have they left on the rim in this basketball game? Continuing to keep the door ajar for these underdog Vernon Panthers. Oh, there's a collision being called. Is Sidhu getting called for the foul there? Nope.
Yeah, and I think that's just a frustration foul on her part. Jolie was setting a screen, and she just pushed right through her. So as a result, you know, Vernon's going to take a sideline out of bounds here. And
Aaliyah Boss is the number they put up on the floor
Oh,
there.
Boss, okay.
But it sure looked like it was Sidhu, but nonetheless, front court inbounds here for Vernon. Boy, a triple would make it a one-possession game here. They feed Janke at the high post. She's going to hand off to Collins. Stolen away by Sidhu. Olivia turns on the Jets down the floor, and she'll lay it up and in.
The silent assassin.
Smooth. As you say, number 22 in white here.
Oh, nice pass.
Oh, and in hard there. The foul's going to get called against MEI's number 10, Tanea Boss.
So you don't want to put pressure on anyone, but Leahy, we need these free throws if you're a Vernon Panthers fan.
And I'm sure everyone in Vernon watching who's associated with this team, shout out to everybody in the great city of Vernon as the Panthers doing everything they can to hang around. Oh, 2 misses at a critical part of the game with the clock stopped. Not what Coach Tétrault and company want here as the clock reaches 4 minutes remaining. One hustle by Vernon. They get right back on that loose ball, but they're going to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, you sometimes got to take a breath there, right? It's a math equation now, number of possessions for the rest of the game. When you get those opportunities, you got to really capitalize. And Vernon does not stop fighting here. Fighting for a steal, but it results in a foul by Paige Leahy. As MEI is going to capitalize here. 4 fouls to 3, so we'll want to keep our eyes on that, Howard.
Yeah, a turnover and a foul there for MEI, and 2 missed free throws. Kind of derailing a bit of that momentum here. See if they can get it back, but wow, open lane to the basket. And no stopping, just all green lights for Leah Boss. So that lead now at 10. Underneath, off the window. Janke unable to score, but into the hands of Jolie again. Nice little move in the paint. It's good for Charlotte Routley in close.
8 points, 3 minutes.
MEI, from their perspective, really need to play some error-free basketball here. Maximize the possession, as Bree says. Mathematics part of the equation now in terms of those possessions. 3 minutes remaining. And an 8-point lead. There's their entry on the block. It's what they want, and they get it from Tatlock.
Yeah, Tatlaw's really nice. Like, grade 11 will be great to see her develop next year, but she's been a real linchpin for the Eagles in the second half.
Yeah, giving them the high percentage looks underneath. There's a 3-ball. That one from Leahy is off the mark, and here come the Eagles again. They're leading by 10. They have the basketball. Things starting to play into their favor. That brief moment of indecision on a couple of plays is looking like it's going to be a critical one unless Vernon can try to get some stops here. Well, there's a 3. MEI has never been in the three-point shooting stroke here all game long.
And Vernon's got to go here as time is starting to run out. Can't do too much. Sorry, Howard.
No, that's okay. A cut to the basket and unable to score. That was a big miss for them. And Olivia Sidhu is just going to be clinical at the other end of the floor.
Yeah, and you know, the game starting to fall away from Vernon there. It's, you know, when you send 5 to the boards, as a result, the Eagles have capitalized on a ton of fast break kind of options here, and Sidhu finishing strong underneath. And so 12-point game, again, anything can happen, but I think you got to get quick hitters on offense. You can't keep moving the ball around and running out that shot clock because you just won't have enough possessions to end the game.
So in a bit of a pickle, as we often refer in these situations, a 12-point deficit by these Vernon Panthers. Of course, MEI came into this as the #1 seed. The Panthers are the #2 team out of that Thompson Okanagan, but they have captured the imagination of the crowd and all those following the tournament in various ways across this great province. And every time you see a lot of heart on the floor, you can't help but feel a little bit of yourself, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody does, right?
Yeah.
And it's always fun to watch a team like the Vernon Panthers.
It's so funny. I always have this nostalgia when I come back to Provincials. And McMath was a 2A school back when I was playing, and we always played the Vernon Panthers.
Okay.
In sort of that kind of provincial matchup, just given they were 2A at the time as well. So it's kind of funny how you attach to certain schools, you know?
That's a very interesting kind of remembrance from high school, but I know what you're saying, boy.
Long, long ago, Howard.
Yeah,
long ago.
So Vernon does have the basketball here. Coming out of the timeout, what can they get going here? Quick hitter from Collins is not going to fall. Schellenberg with a rebound.
If you're MEI here, you want to really milk this clock, run down the shot clock as Sidhu attacks the hoop and unable to finish. Couldn't
get that one to go. Jolie to Leahy, back up top. Trailer for 3. On the mark, but shy. Vernon's time is running out here. Jackie's going to hit her 3rd 3 of the quarter.
From Kalamalka Lake.
Whew. Makes it a 3-possession game. Sidhu, great play to stand in on defense. I believe that was number 10, Routley. Vernon can be back in the game with a make, and they can't get that one to fall.
No giving up in these Panthers. 9-point game, just under a minute.
And there was that one little stage here late in the 4th quarter. Started with 2 missed free throws, a turnover, all kind of congested in that one little area. And they were just starting to build their rhythm at that point. And, you know, you let a team like MEI build that lead back up to 12 or 13. It is a tough one to come back from.
And I think that's, you got it right there. Yeah, not to be cliche, but almost the TSN turning point, right? Like, there's moments in the game where if you don't capitalize, someone goes on a run or momentum swings, right? And you can sustain them for only so long. But like we said, you know, when that math equation starts to run out, you're just kind of stuck.
And so whoever wins this game, of course, is going to go to the championship final. And the 2 teams that play next, Sahali out of Kamloops, will be one of those teams, as well as Duchess Park out of Prince George.
The North.
It was great. I called the head coach, Reed Roberts of Dutchess Park, knowing that they would probably be on a bus or on Tuesday before the tournament. He answered, yeah, they were on the bus,
Yeah.
and we were communicating and wrote a great little story. They posed in Cache Creek as they got off the bus, and you know, it was great to see all the effort that they got to go through to get down here. It
Incredible.
happens every year, of course, but it's a lot.
What a drive. And
Yeah.
College Heights, too, Prince George, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Prince George representation.
A little hoop bed they got going on up there.
3A is really the strength of the Thompson Okanagan
Yeah.
and the North Central. They get a lot of bursts. Many of their schools are of that size. And so this is the tier for those watching on that TFSC TV live stream. So hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. I know it's been a tough one if you're a Vernon fan. Under a minute remaining, 9-point deficit and another whistle. And that's going to be Collins called for the foul. Ella Tatlock. Ella makes them both. And they lead back to 11. That is a logo
Woo!
3!
Wow.
Janky.
Oh, she's going to foul out. Yeah, it's going to be 5 on Isla Jolly. And a heck of a game for number 8. I mean, incredible. I'd love to see the number of rebounds she has on the stat sheet.
Yeah.
But tough way to go out. But, I mean, she left it all out there.
What a game she played. Boy, that was, like everybody says, like I hit a 30-foot three. That was clearly a 30-foot three.
Steph Curry range.
Boy, the 3 threes that, or was it 4 3? They've all been just letter perfect threes too.
Yeah.
She's just ripping the mesh. Unfortunately, it's all looking a little too late here for Vernon. But Janky is giving it everything. So is everybody in blue and red today. And their big run to the Final Four, pushing the #1 MEI Eagles in a tier that people said was the largest discrepancy between one team and the rest of the players of the teams in the pool. So
It doesn't matter what people say.
yeah, people say this, people say
People
that.
say this,
Basketball
people
is
say
basketball,
that.
yeah. Let's.
The real ones know.
Yeah, Vernon knows how to play the game with toughness and confidence. Just instilling that in your, like, on a coach's checklist of things to be proud of. I mean, that's got to be right near the top, right?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Tatro, he's got to be incredibly proud of this team. 30 seconds,
Yeah.
we don't want to say the game's over, but it's looking like it might be out of reach. And, I mean, just the hard work and effort of the Panthers, like, kudos to them. They looked incredible out there today.
A make there to make it a 7-point lead. The Yankees threes make this thing, boy, if she didn't hit all those threes, I think it's 4 threes she's hit in the fourth quarter. And if you know how to open anything on that screen, and you're smarter than me, I guess we can't open it, yeah.
I mean, given the tech difficulties
Yeah.
we had at the beginning, I don't know that we're the most reliable.
I'm just glad we're on the air. Streaming to you live here from the Langley Event Center and ready for another game after this one. Busy day of Final Four games.
You know, Howard, I got to say it one more time. I'm so impressed by the boxing out of Vernon because, like, that rebound is hitting the ground before anyone gets it. And that just means all 5 players have boxed out and done their job. And that's it's a very rare occurrence. So like that's just so beautiful to see.
And it is, and it's like such a basic part of the game, but it
Yeah.
just never gets executed, which leads me to think I would love to just watch their box out practice.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, what that would be like to watch.
Probably some bloody notices.
Yeah, it's just the hidden beautiful moments of this game.
Yes.
Preparation, the backstage look
Totally.
to get Vernon ready for the BCs. And that's a great point to make, Bree. 2-second difference on the shot clock obviously off now. 19 seconds left in this game. Sahali, the Sabres. Duchess Park in their road black with yellow, waiting to come onto the court. MEI at the free throw line with Lola Reimer. As we mentioned, Lola Reimer set to become a Trinity Western Spartan next season for Cheryl Jean-Paul. And when our last few seconds here, Bree, there was a huge win yesterday by those Britannia Bruins over Langley Christian. They were the number 2 seed in the AA pool. And that's the biggest upset of the tournament. Britannia with a chance to get to the final, and that one's going to be in the LEC Center Court. What a job by Britannia. From all accounts, a very emotional victory for Mike Evans and that Britannia team. So that's the beauty of late February, early March.
Yep.
Shot's not going to go, and that is going to do it. It's going to be a 9-point win for the MEI Eagles over the Vernon Panthers. MEI is headed to the championship final for head coach Rick Thiessen. And they'll play the winner of our next game between Sahali and Duchess Park for the title tomorrow.
Heck of a game. Both teams left it all out there. MEI going to be in the Arena Bowl. Hats off to Vernon. They played their hearts out. They should walk off this court incredibly proud of their efforts.
Yeah, and I think what the people in Vernon have known all season, we got the chance to see firsthand here. That is a huge amount of heart and belief, and kind of epitomizes what our game is about at the highest levels here in late February, early March. The MEI Eagles, though, congratulations to them. They are having the pressure on them every game to win and win big, but they all you got to do is have one more point than the opposition. They do it here by 9. They get to the final, and Coach Thiessen with a chance tomorrow to potentially win his first ever senior varsity championship title with those MEI Eagles of Abbotsford. We'll take a short break, about 7 minutes time. They'll have player introductions and potentially an anthem as well. And what a great game it's going to be. And Coach Tatro, we got to shake your hand. That was just an awesome effort by your girls today. With that,